My name is Natalie. I am 40 years old. I live alone. My husband left me 2 years ago. My 2 kids live with him now. I miss them every day. My home is very quiet. I eat dinner alone. I sit at the table. I eat. I watch TV. Then I go to bed. Every day is the same. I wake up. I drink coffee. I go to work. I come home. I sleep. I work in an office. I sit at a desk. I use a computer. I write emails. I make lists. I work hard. No one sees me. No one talks to me much. The other workers laugh together. They eat lunch together. They never ask me to come. I feel invisible. I feel small. I feel old. I feel tired. My boss is Jason. He is 45 years old. He wears a suit every day. His hair is dark. His face is serious. Jason works in his office. He closes the door. He works alone. He talks to us in meetings. He is kind. He is quiet. Some people say Jason's wife died. Other people say he got divorced. No one really knows. Jason never talks about his life. Jason and I never talk much. He sends me emails. I send him reports. Sometimes he says, "Good job." That is all. I see Jason at the window. Sometimes he looks outside. He looks sad. I wonder why. At night, I think about my life. Is this all just work and home? I want more. I want someone to see me. I want someone to know me. I am afraid. My husband said bad things to me. He said I was boring. He said I was not enough. Maybe he was right. Maybe no one wants me. Maybe I will always be alone. I stay quiet. I go to work. I go home. I wait. The days are all the same. Sometimes I hope maybe one day something will change. Maybe one day I will be happy again. I don't know when. I don't know how. I hope. One evening, I stay late at work. Everyone goes home. The office is empty and quiet. I need to finish a big report. I work at my desk. The lights are bright. The room feels very big. I feel very small. Then my computer stops. The screen goes black. I push buttons. Nothing works. I feel scared. The report is for tomorrow. I need to finish it. What will Jason think? Tears come to my eyes. I feel so tired. Everything is too hard. I want to cry. Jason's voice says my name. I look up. Jason is here. He stands near my desk. He asks if I am okay. I wipe my eyes fast. I say my computer stopped. I say I can't finish my report. Jason comes closer. He looks at my computer. He says he can help. He sits next to me. He types on my keyboard. He says my work is safe. He tells me to come to his office. He says we can use his computer. I follow Jason. His office is small and clean, a desk, a plant, and one photo on the wall. Jason opens his computer. My report is there. He says it is all here. I sit down. We work together. Jason reads my report. He says, "This is good." He says, "Very good." My face feels warm. No one says this to me. We work for 30 minutes. Jason helps me. He fixes some things. He listens to me. He nods. He smiles a little. I see the photo on the wall. It shows a woman. She looks happy. I ask if she is his wife. Jason stops. He looks at the photo. He says, "Yes." He says, "She died 6 years ago." I say, "I am sorry." Jason is quiet. Then he asks if I have kids. I say, yes. I say, 2 kids. I say they live with my ex-husband now. Jason looks at me. His eyes are kind. He says, that is hard. I say, yes, very hard. We sit in silence. It feels okay. It feels safe. It feels comfortable. Jason says quietly that he knows loneliness. He says he understands. I say, me too. I say I understand too. We finish the report. Jason sends it. He says, done. He says, good work. He says, excellent work. I stand up. I say, thank you. I say, thank you so much. Jason says, you are welcome. He smiles. It is a real smile, a warm smile. I walk to my car. I drive home tonight. I feel different. Something changed. Something important changed. Jason saw me tonight. He really saw me. He looked at me. He listened to me. Maybe I am not invisible. Maybe things can change. I feel a small hope in my heart. It is tiny. It is there. It is real. The next morning, Jason stops at my desk. He says, good morning. I say, good morning. He says, the client loved my report. I smile. My heart feels warm. That afternoon, I get coffee. Jason is there too. We are alone. He asks if I want coffee. I say yes, every morning. He says, me too. We smile. We take our coffee. We go back to work. The next day, Jason comes to my desk. He asks if I read books. I say yes. I say, I love mystery books. Jason says, me too. His face looks happy. He says he has a good book. He says it is about a detective. I say I love detectives. Jason says he can give me the book. I say, really? I say, thank you. The next day, Jason brings the book. He says, here, take it. It feels like a gift, a special gift. We talk more now. Small talks about books, about coffee, about life. Jason asks what I do on weekends. I say I read, I clean. Sometimes I see my kids. Jason says, nice. He says he walks in the park. I say I like parks. We look at each other. Something feels different, something warm. 2 weeks pass. Jason and I talk every day. Just small talks. I wait for them. I want them. One morning, I feel sad. I miss my kids. I have tears in my eyes. Jason sees me. He asks if I am okay. I say my daughter has a birthday today. I say she is with her dad. Jason sits near me. He says he is sorry. He says, that is hard. I say, yes. Jason says, I am a good mother. Those words touch my heart. I say, thank you. Later, Jason brings me tea. He says this helps when he feels sad. Our hands touch just for 1 second. My skin feels warm, electric. I say, thank you. I start to feel something new. I like Jason, not as a boss, as a man. This is scary. He is my boss. We can't date. There are rules. I am afraid. What if he doesn't like me? What if I get hurt again? I am 40. He is 45. Maybe we are too old. My heart wants him. One evening, we both stay late. We are alone. Jason asks if I want coffee. We go to the kitchen. We sit at the small table. Jason says he likes talking to me. My heart beats fast. I say, me too. Jason says he hasn't talked like this in years. I say, me neither. We look at each other. The air feels thick. Jason says, my name. He says, I. We hear footsteps. Someone is coming. We stand up fast. We walk away. My hands shake. What was Jason going to say? The next week, Jason talks to me more. He stops at my desk. He asks about my day. He remembers things. One day, I say I like roses. The next day, a rose is on my desk. No note. I know. I look at his office. He watches me. He smiles. I smile back. We meet in the break room now. Early morning, before others come, we drink coffee. We sit close. We talk quietly. Our voices are soft. The world feels small. Just us. One morning, Jason's hand touches mine. He doesn't move it. I don't move mine. His hand is warm. My heart beats fast. I whisper that this is dangerous. Jason says he knows. I say, people will talk. He says he knows. I say, I can't stop. Jason says, me neither. We look at each other. His eyes are warm. Then other people come. We move apart. We act normal. This is our routine now. Secret mornings, secret smiles, secret looks. I feel alive. I feel happy. I feel seen. I also feel scared. What are we doing? My coworker Audrey watches me now. She says one day that I look happy. I ask if I do. She says, yes. She says, I smile more. My face feels hot. I say, I just feel better. Audrey looks at me. She looks suspicious. One Friday, Jason emails me. He tells me to come to his office. I go. He closes the door. He says, sit. I sit. My heart pounds. Jason says my name. He says he needs to tell me something. I ask what? He says he likes me. He says, not as an employee. He says, as a woman. The room spins. Jason says he knows this is complicated. He says he knows he is my boss. He says he knows there are rules. I whisper, yes. Jason says he can't pretend anymore. Tears come to my eyes. I say, me too. Jason asks what we do. I say, I don't know. I say, I am scared. Jason says, me too. We sit. We are quiet. We like each other. It is complicated. I say, we should be careful. Jason says, yes, very careful. I say, no one can know. Jason agrees. He says, no one. We look at each other. This is risky. This could be bad. We can't stop. Something started. Something real. Something new. I feel hope. Real hope. For the first time in years. 2 weeks pass. Jason and I are careful. Very careful. We don't talk too much at work. We don't stand too close. We act normal. We text at night. We send simple messages. How was your day? I miss talking to you. Good night. These messages make me happy. They make me feel alive. At work, people start to notice things. Audrey watches me a lot now. She watches Jason, too. One day, she says, Jason and I talk a lot. My face gets hot. I say, he is my boss. I say, we talk about work. Audrey says, She doesn't believe me. Another coworker, Kevin, starts watching too. One morning, Kevin says to Audrey that Jason never talked to anyone before. He says, "Now, Jason talks to me every day." Audrey nods. They whisper together. They look at me. They look at Jason. I feel scared. People are noticing. One afternoon, I hear voices. Someone asks if we are dating. Someone says, "Maybe." Someone says, "He is my boss." Someone says, "That is not allowed." My heart stops. They are talking about us. That evening, Jason texts me. He asks if we can talk. He says, "After work." I text back, "Yes." Everyone leaves. The office is empty. I go to Jason's office. He closes the door. He says, "People are talking." I say, "I know." I say, "I heard them." Jason runs his hand through his hair. He looks worried. He says, "This is getting risky." I say, "Yes." Tears fill my eyes. Jason says, "Maybe we should stop." He says, "Before someone reports us." My heart breaks. I ask if that is what he wants. Jason says, "No." He says it quickly. He says he doesn't want me to get hurt. He says he doesn't want me to lose my job. I say, "I don't want to stop." I say, "I am scared." Jason takes my hand. He says, "Me too." We stand there. We hold hands. We don't know what to do. The next week, things get worse. My ex-husband calls me. He says the kids say I seem different. He says I seem happy. He asks if I am dating someone. My stomach drops. I don't answer. I can't lie. I can't tell the truth either. After the call, I feel sick. The secret is getting too big. The next day, something bad happens. Audrey goes to HR. She says she saw Jason and me holding hands. HR calls Jason. They call me too. I sit in the HR office. My hands shake. A woman named Samantha sits across from me. Samantha says we need to talk about my relationship with Jason. I ask, "What relationship?" My voice is small. Samantha says they heard we are close. She says, "Very close." I don't speak. Samantha says, "I know the rules." She says, "Managers can't date their employees." I whisper that I know. Samantha asks if it is true. She asks if I am dating Jason. I close my eyes. I could lie. I am tired of lying. I say, "We are close." I say, "We talk." I say, "We care about each other." Samantha asks about outside of work. I don't answer. Samantha sighs. She says, "This is serious." She says if I am dating my manager, one of us has to transfer. She says, or one of us has to leave. That evening, Jason texts me. He asks if I can come to his place. I have never been to Jason's house. I say yes. I drive to his address. It is a small house. Jason opens the door. He looks tired. He says, "Come in." We sit on his couch. Jason says, "HR talked to me." I say, "Me too." Jason says, "They said one of us has to transfer." He says, "Or one of us has to quit." Tears roll down my face. I say, "This is my fault." Jason says, "No." He says, "This is not my fault." He says, "I wanted this too." I ask, "What do we do now?" Jason takes my hand. He says, "I don't want to lose you." I say, "I don't want to lose him either." We sit in silence. The future looks dark. I say, maybe we should end this. My voice breaks. Jason asks if that is what I want. I cry. I say, no. I say, I am so scared. Jason pulls me close. I cry on his shoulder. Jason whispers that he is scared too. He says, you make me feel alive. I say, he makes me feel alive too. I drive home. I think about my options. I could transfer to another department. I could quit. I could end things with Jason. All the options are hard. The next morning, I don't go to work. I call in sick. I can't face people. I sit on my couch. I drink coffee. I think. My phone rings. It is Jason. He asks if I am okay. I say no. I say, I don't know what to do. Jason says, me neither. Jason says he needs to tell me something. I ask, what? Jason says he loves me. My heart stops. Everything stops. The room is silent. Time stops. He says it again. He says he loves me. He says he knows it is fast. He says he knows it is complicated. He says it is true. Tears stream down my face. I can't speak. My heart is so full. I say his name. Jason says, you don't have to say it back. He says he just needed me to know. I close my eyes. My heart feels full of love, full of fear, full of everything. I whisper that I love him too. We are both quiet. We just breathe together. Jason asks, what do we do? I say, I don't know. I say, we need to decide. I say, today. Jason says, yes. He says, today. We hang up. I sit on my couch. I need to make a choice. Stay safe or choose love. Stay hidden or be brave. The answer is inside me. I just need to find it. I sit on my couch all morning. I think about everything. I think about my divorce. My ex-husband said I was boring. He said I was not enough. I believed him. I stayed quiet for 2 years. I stayed small. I stayed safe. Safe means alone. Safe means invisible. Safe means no life at all. Jason makes me feel alive. He sees me. He knows me. He loves me. Do I want to be safe or do I want to be happy? I look at my phone. I look at the time. It is 11. I make a decision. I get dressed. I drive to work. My hands shake on the wheel. I keep driving. I walk into the office. People look at me. They whisper. I hear my name. I don't care. Not anymore. I go straight to HR. Samantha is at her desk. She looks surprised to see me today. I say, I need to talk to you. She says, okay. She says, sit down. I sit. I take a deep breath. I say, yes. I say, Jason and I are dating. Samantha looks surprised. She says, oh. I say, we didn't plan it. I say, it just happened. I say, we care about each other. I say, we love each other. Samantha says, I see. I say, I know the rules. I say, I will transfer. I say, to another department. I say, then there is no problem. Samantha writes something down. She says she will talk to the other departments. She says they will find me a new position. I say, thank you. I go to Jason's office. I knock on the door. He says, "Come in." I open the door. Jason looks up. His face looks tired, sad. He says my name. He says, "I came." I say, "Yes." I say, "I made a decision." Jason stands up. He asks, "What decision?" I say, "I talked to HR." I say, "I am transferring to another department." Jason's eyes go wide. I say, "So we can be together?" I say openly. Jason says, "My job." I say, "I don't care about my job." I say, "I care about him." I say, "I care about us." Jason walks around his desk. He stands in front of me. He asks if I am sure. I say, "Yes." I say, "I am sure." Jason takes my hands. He says, "I don't want you to give up your job for me." I say, "I am not giving it up." I say, "I am just moving." Jason starts to speak. I say his name. I say, "Listen to me." I say, "I spent 2 years being scared." I say, "Being small." I say, "Being invisible." I say, "I don't want that anymore." Tears fill my eyes. I say, "He makes me feel alive." I say, "He makes me feel seen." I say, "He makes me feel like I matter." I say, "You make me feel beautiful." Jason says, "You do matter." I say, "I know." I say, "I know that now." I say, "I am not going to hide anymore." I say, "I am not going to be afraid anymore." Jason pulls me close. He holds me tight. He whispers that he loves me. I say, "I love him too." We stand there. We hold each other. The office fades away. The rules fade away. Everything fades away. There is just us. Just this moment. Just this love. Jason asks, "What happens now?" I say, "Now we tell people." I say, "Now we live our lives." I say, "Together." She asks if I am happy. I say yes. I say very happy. Audrey smiles. She says then she is happy for me. That evening, Jason and I leave work together. We walk to our cars. We hold hands. People see us. They watch. They talk. We don't hide. We don't let go. We walk together, openly, proudly. Jason asks if I am scared. I say, "A little." I say, "I am also happy." Jason says, "Me too." We stop at my car. Jason kisses my forehead. He says, "Thank you." I ask, "For what?" Jason says, "For being brave." He says, "For choosing us." I say, "I chose me too." I say, "For the first time, I chose what I want." Jason smiles. He says he is proud of me. Those words touch my heart. I drive home that night. I don't feel alone. I don't feel scared. I feel free. I feel strong. I feel like myself again. 1 week later, I start my new job. Same company, different department, different desk. My new desk is by the window. I can see the street below. I can see the trees. My new coworkers are nice. They smile at me. They ask me to lunch. I say yes. I am not invisible anymore. I talk. I laugh. I share my ideas in meetings. People listen to me. They say my ideas are good. They say I am smart. I feel different. I feel confident. I feel strong. At lunch, I sit with my new team. We talk about work, we talk about life, we talk about everything. One woman asks if I have a boyfriend. I smile. I say, "Yes, I do." She says, "Tell us about him." I say, "His name is Jason." I say, "He is kind." I say, "He is smart." I say, "He makes me happy." She says, "That is wonderful." After work, Jason meets me at my car. We do this every day now. We are not hiding anymore. Jason asks how my first week was. I say, "Good." I say, "Really good." I say, "I like my new team." Jason says he is glad. He takes my hand. We walk to his car. On Saturday, Jason comes to my apartment. We cook dinner together, pasta and sauce, salad and bread. We eat at my small table. The apartment is not so quiet anymore. It feels full of life, full of love. I say, "I am meeting my kids tomorrow." I ask if he wants to come. Jason looks surprised. He asks, "Really?" He asks if I am sure. I say, "Yes." I say, "They should meet him." I say, "He is important to me." Jason smiles. He says he would love that. The next day, we meet my kids at the park. My daughter is 13. My son is 11. They run to me. They hug me. I miss them so much. They look at Jason. They are shy at first. I say, "This is Jason." I say, "He is my boyfriend." My heart beats fast. Will they like him? My daughter smiles. She says, "Hi, Jason." Jason says, "Hi." He says, "Their mom talks about them all the time." We walk in the park. We talk. We laugh. Jason is good with kids. He asks them questions. He listens to their answers. He plays with them. My son laughs. My daughter smiles. My daughter pulls me aside. She whispers that she likes him. She says, "I look happy." I say, "I am happy." I say, "Very happy." My heart feels so full. That night, I lie in bed. I think about my life, how different it is now. 2 months ago, I was alone, invisible, scared, and sad. Now I have Jason. I have a new job. I have confidence. I have myself back. I am not the same person anymore. I am stronger, braver, and better. My ex-husband was wrong. I am not boring. I am enough, just as I am. I deserve love. I deserve happiness. I deserve respect. I don't need anyone else to tell me that. I know it myself. That is the biggest change. Not Jason, not the new job, not the new life. The biggest change is me. How I see myself, how I value myself. I am 40 years old. My life is not over. It is just beginning. I close my eyes. I smile. Tomorrow is a new day. A good day. I am ready for it. It is 3 months later. It is Saturday morning. I wake up. I see the sun. I make hot tea. I sit by the window. I see green trees. I hear birds. It is a nice day. I think about my life before. I was sad and alone. I was scared. Every day was the same. I thought my life would always be sad. It is not. My life is different now. I chose to be happy. I chose to love Jason. I chose to love me. My old husband said I was not interesting. He said I was not good. For a long time, I believed him. He was wrong. I am interesting. I am kind. I am smart. I am strong. Jason helped me see this. I look at my phone. Jason sent a message. He asks about coffee. I smile. I say, yes. I say, come to my house. He says, okay. He will bring food. My life is not perfect. Sometimes I am sad. I am not alone now. I have Jason. I have my kids. I have friends. I have me. I am happy with me. My new job is good. I talk in meetings. I share my ideas. People listen. Jason and I are happy. We see each other every day. We cook, we watch movies, we talk. My kids like Jason. My daughter said, I am very happy now. I finish my tea. I stand up. I feel good and strong. I look in the mirror. I am 40 years old. I have some gray hair. I feel beautiful. I am a good person. I am proud of me. Someone is at the door. It is Jason. He says, good morning, beautiful. We are happy to see each other. We eat together. We sit at my small table. Before, I ate alone at this table. Now it is different. I feel different. I am not scared now. I am living my life. After we eat, Jason and I go for a walk. We hold hands. The day is beautiful. I think about the future. I am not scared. I am ready. You can always change your life. You can choose to be happy. You must be brave. I am brave now. Jason asks if I am happy. I say, yes. I say, I am very happy. It is true. This is my new life. It is a good life. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Learn English by Stories for more.